Yo, what's going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped back for another OPTC video, and in today's video, we're going to be talking PKA, Pirate King's Adventures. I know there's a lot of noise about this in the community, and I feel like just making more noise about this is going to help the cause, because, like, PKA, honestly, since its release, has had its ups and has had its downs. Initially, it seemed very convoluted and interesting, I guess is the best word, to why it replaced the point farming event and that free-to-play character that we would get from farming turtles that we usually just do the auto strat for. It was very annoying. We didn't like the concept of taking away content, replacing it with something else when we could just have both pieces of content in the game. However, once we kind of got a grasp on PKA, we understood the mechanics of it and understood how to basically play it and get the most out of it, it did become a bearable game mode. I'm going to call it bearable because I do understand some people love it and some people hate it. And the people that love it are like those people that like to sort of get to level 150, test out a bunch of different teams, and run a variety of different units. And that's the big like and the big plus I do find to this particular game mode. Getting to level 150, trialing out some other characters, utilizing some characters that aren't exactly within the boosted meta, and beating a very hard piece of content. 150 PKA is actually quite challenging to do and requires you to have some pretty strong characters. The downside to it, you can only really play it 5 times a day if you use your meats. Plus, the rewards, the juice for the squeeze, it's really not that promising. Even at level 150, there's really no like goal or drive to actually play PKA. You can farm the map, you can try and get super cola, you can try and get more green tickets and all that sort of fun stuff. However, the green ticket shop doesn't really have anything else in it if you've already bought Ace. If you're buying stuff like the super cola every single month, which I would highly recommend players do, as well as picking up the gems. As you can see, I've picked up all of that and I still have 718. Ready for the next exchange unit, I guess. That's probably the silver lining there. But this particular PKA season introduced something a little bit different. What they decided to add just for this particular PKA season, and probably the PKA seasons moving ahead, was an extra Chopperman mission. Now, these Chopperman missions involved HIME turtles, and the government HIME turtle discussion is an absolute problem, because as you can see here, up the top there, they have attain a bunch of HIME turtles to get a bunch of rewards. Now, I'm sitting at 13 HIME turtles, and I've been at level 150 for a very long time now. I didn't get there as fast as some of the other people because I was trialing some teams and whatnot, but I do have the boosted units. I do have Nami, and I do have Olivier. So I'm getting a lot of extra drops and duping drops, but from what we've seen at level 150, it kind of really hasn't correlated to what we actually need. But as you can see, I'm on 13 HIME turtles. I do know people that have hit 25, so you do get that extra Covenant 20 gems. If you can get to 30, you get an extra Super Cola, which is actually so valuable. It's not like a gold tablet or anything like that, but still, it's a very, very valuable item within the game. They also stated in the notice, if you head down to PKA Arlong and scroll down a little bit, they did state that once you guys get to level 150, that the increase of HIME turtles would be substantial. However, these particular HIME drops haven't been at the level that we need to actually attain these particular Chopperman rewards. Now, I don't really have a problem with the Chopperman rewards being at 30 HIME turtles. It's not a disgusting amount of HIME turtles to actually get. The problem that I've been seeing with it is this last line that you see here. It says requests from Chopperman missions will only be until July 10th, 5:59 PST. These particular rewards are time-gated. Why the hell would you time-gate these particular rewards? Now, because of this, it has completely changed the dynamic of how people actually play PKA. Stereotypically, you would farm the mini-bosses on level 1 and level 4 with teams that you could just auto-farm at, EXP teams, get as many drops as you can without the boosters, something like 6+ Law giving an extra drop, 5+ Mihawk giving an extra drop, you can run double Law, you can bring a friend captain, and just literally auto it, and then you will get basically guaranteed an extra 2 drops, 1 with a friend captain, or even up to 5 if you bring the boosted legend, if you have access to them on your friends list, of course. So that way you would just gain a bunch of turtles to hit the 500 turtle mark. Because remember, you do need to hit the 500 turtles to get yourself like co-op tomes and stuff like that. So having this time gated behind the July 10th for HIME drops it's backwards mentality in my eyes. It's so ridiculously backwards. If they had the 30 Hime totals and it was just like, okay, get 30 Hime totals before the PKA season ends, I'd be very okay with this. Like I'd be fine. It would give players more incentive to actually continuously play level 150 PKA after they've actually hit the requirement to get the Chopper Man missions done for the level 150, to get the extra bounty, to get all this extra rewards, and actually continuously play the game mode that no one's really playing after you hit level 150. So, what we're going to do is, we're going to dive into a PKA run, because look, I still need to do my PKA, and I thought, hey, let's make a video out of this. Let's make some more noise, and let me know in the comment section below how many Hime totals you guys have. You guys have. If you guys have Twitter, if you guys have any platform at all, tag OPTC, the team, the database, anyone at all, well, not the database, it's Solaris, but tag anyone that you can find in terms of the OPTC team, so that way they can see how many drops you guys are getting as well. Now, communication has been given out to the right people. Obviously, this has been flooding the OPTC Reddit Discord, the OPTC Reddit pages, Twitter. Why is the game going so slow? Holy moly. Basically, every platform that we have, like, this is being absolutely flooded. Now, stereotypically, I would fight the PvP fight. Stereotypically, I would fight the mini-bosses as well. I was doing a bit of testing to see how the Hime totals dropped at the mini-boss levels, and honestly, it doesn't change that much. When you level up these units, like, it doesn't change super drastically. Plus, you don't have access to Zoro on the mini-bosses, so trying to get them up to level 150 is just, it's a real pain. Plus, obviously, the booster list changed and whatnot. But we're going to take on Arlong, PKA level 150. Now, as you guys can see, I did put out this particular team as my Hime farming team, because if I get a Hime total drop, like, I want that to dupe Hime badly. However, some of the other drops that you can get along the way will kind of counteract this. The fact you can still drop Cola at level 150 is just so mind-boggling to me. Like, it's ridiculous. I do understand having the basic totals still there. I do understand having the Elder totals still there as well. But the fact that Cola is still dropping at level 150 is just absolutely wild. Especially because you can just pick up so much Cola from the chests along the way. And 9 times out of 10, or the way that I would stereotypically play PKA after I've hit level 150, just to use my stamina every day, was dive in, do the mini-boss fights, again, keep them at level 1 and level 4, and just get the quest done as quickly, as smoothly as possible, so I could get that final boss reward. Once you beat the boss, you actually get a choice of an item, and for me, that was always For me, that was always worth more than actually fighting the final boss and trying to do all of the tedious mechanics. Plus, if you found a rainbow chest along the way, unfortunately, we didn't get too much out of our rainbow chest today, but if you do find a rainbow chest, you could actually pick up more Super Cola, you could pick up a rainbow gem. I actually picked up a rainbow gem this season. I had the Luffy eat everything, so I didn't have a chance to screenshot it, which kind of sucks. But PKA does have its positives. You can get a lot of turtles very, very quickly. You can get a lot of EXP very, very easily. And obviously, it doesn't cost anything besides your daily stamina to play the game mode. Yeah, sure, I'm still in the boat that 5 runs a day is ludicrous, and you should just allow us to play the game mode over and over and over as much as we want. But the fact that you can get a lot out of this game mode does make it still appealing to actually play. And the community's always going to come up with ways to make things a little bit nicer, a little bit easier to hit Chopper Man missions and stuff like that. However, this one being completely on a drop basis, on an RNG basis, does make it very, very challenging to actually attain these rewards, even with the boosted units. And I'm going to show you guys that today. Once we get to the end, I'll show you what it stereotypically looks like for me. Look, I might get super lucky in this video and just get a whole bunch of Hime drops. However, you guys saw at the start that I only had 13. Oh my god, my cord, bro. I only had 13 Himes instead of having the max reward. So you can tell that, like, it has been a hot minute since I got a Hime drop. Alright, so we're back at the back end of Arlong. So, as I was saying, the drops just need to, one, improve in terms of actually increase that scaling, but also remove a lot of those other drops that you would get from those lower levels. So we did get a gold chest, which is pretty stock standard at the end of 150 PKA. And then we'll have to wait and see what the drops look like. So we get a whole bunch of regular turtles. Okay, we got a Hime. Okay, there's one. Oh, perfect example. Prime example. There you go. So we got a Hime turtle, and we duped 1 out of 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. So 9 potential drops, and we got 1. Yeah. So, honestly, that was incredibly lucky that we even got 1 as our final drop. However, there we are with just a complete duping system. It's absolutely wild. Alright, so here's another picture. I got a Hime drop, and it duped 1 out of, what's that again, 9. So that's the second time that's happened. There's another one where we literally didn't get a Hime turtle drop, and we still duped all of them. That was fun. This is probably the best run I've had, where I got 1 Hime turtle, and it was only 4 drops, and then I duped it twice. But again, we had 10 extra drops, and out of 10, only 2 dropped. Two. Like 2. So, it's just mind-boggling. So all in all, the best way I think that we can fix this is just make the Hime turtle guaranteed drop at level 150. Just make that final drop a Hime. Like, I don't understand why it isn't, when you could go into a 5 stamina event and farm ground and pound Usopp and get 3 Hime turtles as a guaranteed drop there. I don't understand why you couldn't just make a rainbow Hime turtle drop as that final drop on PKA, because PKA, like I said, 150, it's not exactly the easiest to do. It takes a good chunk of time to use all your stamina, even if you just fly until the final fight, do the final fight, and call it a day there. It takes a hot minute, but like I said, let me know how you guys are going with your Hime turtle farming down below. Make sure to make some noise about this, because they do listen. They do listen to this kind of stuff, and I do want to reiterate that. So please, if you have the platform to do so, respectively post how you guys are feeling about this particular concept, because I have seen a lot of problems. I have seen a lot of people blowing up. I've seen Snowman videos. I've seen a lot of like the big time AF and TRA guys posting all over Twitter. So I'm glad you guys are making the right noise. But I hope you guys do your best to get to that particular Covenant Hime turtle drop as well. But most importantly, if you enjoyed the video, bell, like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. Most importantly, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.